Yeah, well, let's talk about that. Braun Strowman back in WWE. We saw the report last week. We didn't talk about it here. It was the prediction show. But no, it came to fruition that he came back on Raw as people expected, and it was very fucking random as far as how it happened. He came out in the middle of a tag team match. We don't know exactly why, but they probably did that just to make him look like a monster. And I mean, it seemed like a Vince move to me. I'm sure you didn't really care as much, but I just wasn't a fan of how it came at the expense of the tag team guys because it made them look like just jabronis, which I know a lot of them are. I get it. I wouldn't have done it that way. But you know what, dude? There's no denying how over Braun Strowman is. I mean, we've had this discussion before. I mean, he's not, to me, the most exciting guy in the world as far as being a performer. First of all, he fits WWE. Second, I can't really see him anywhere else, and that includes control your fucking narrative or whatever it is. He's a WWE guy. The second thing is, people love the guy. Before the pandemic happened, we haven't had fans in a while. Even at WrestleMania 36 or 7 it was when I was there in Tampa and he faced Shane in a steel cage match, which feels like an eternity ago. People were into Braun Strowman. I am curious, though. You see him back, and I'm not saying he's a bad addition to the roster. I don't think he is, because at least he's a big guy who can work. Because Omos is fucking awful. And I'm sorry, Commander Aziz is not much better. They're just not good. You need a big man who can work. We said that when he got fired a year and a half ago. But he's back now. He's probably going to SmackDown as a face, reportedly. What would you do with him, and where do you think he really fits into the current WWE landscape?
Yeah, I really don't have any immediate thoughts. I mean, I feel like maybe he's the one to take the belt off Gunther if you're going to push him towards the main event scene, which I wouldn't hate. I just think, like you said, people like him. He's a big guy that can work, and he's a lot better than Omos and his Commander Aziz. I mean, yeah, they dropped the ball on this guy a lot, but, I mean, he's a big man that can work, and everyone loves a big man. I mean, it just is what it is. Everyone likes the guy throwing people around, and he's athletic for his size, so he's like the perfect mold for WWE, honestly.
I just want to see him in like a Big Show Kane role, not to where he's turning face and heel every other week, but I think he can be in a role like that where he's not winning titles. I know you could see him beating Gunther. I don't want to see that personally, but I think you can put him in a role where he's, feuding with the younger guys and feuding with people that are bigger, help putting them over, helping get, like Big Show did for him. Big Show helped get Braun Strowman over and helped him improve in whatever 5 years ago. I want to see something similar with Braun in the up-and-coming people on the WWE roster, where he doesn't have to hold a belt, but, he can be on the show and contribute in a certain way and stuff like that. I don't think he has to be a main eventer is what I'm saying. I feel like we kind of got that with the Universal title reign, albeit with no fans, but I don't really want to see, because he's had a million title shots over the course of his career, and he's lost every single one for the most part, and that's not his fault. It's just the booking is terrible, and that sour taste hasn't completely washed away, but I feel like that's a good role for him on the show in like the upper mid-card or so.
I agree.